Why won't my card sell? It's a question that tends to pop up from time to time when selling low end sports cards, especially when you first start out on your journey. Now, as much as I like to talk about consistency, there is another aspect that is just as important when you're first starting out, and that is quality. Now, when I'm talking about quality, I'm not just talking about the condition of the cards you sell. I'm also referring to the types of cards you sell. Now, if you have a large inventory, then you can just list as many cards as you want, and eventually the sales will come. And one of the strategies in this space right here is to sell the faster moving cards first and then add the slower moving cards a little bit at a time. But what if you had a small inventory? What if you're just barely starting out? Then finding quality items to sell becomes very important. For me, what I did was I started selling cards of star players, Hall of Famers, hot rookies, and highly collectible sets. I was selling cards of players such as Rodgers, LeBron, Brady, Giannis, and Mahomes. I focused on cards that had higher sell through rates, and I would also price them reasonably while making small amounts of profit. Then I would go back out to either my local card shop or card shows to find more of the same type of cards in order to keep the momentum going. Then, as the sales started to come along more consistently, I started to buy larger stacks of cards to sell, slowly growing my inventory over time. And as my inventory grew, so did the types of cards, from stars to commons. Selling low end cards is a long game. And a lot of times you're waiting for the right customer to come along and buy certain cards from you. For example, I just recently sold 24 Derek Jeter cards to one buyer for a total of $73. And most of those Jeter cards have been sitting in my store for quite a few months already. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days, you'll have good weeks, and you'll have bad weeks. But by being consistent and providing quality, then you can make it. I mean, if you're trying to sell a majority of common non-stars, then yeah, sales will be very slow. And that's why I feel it's so important to have a balance on the types of cards you sell. And as your store slowly grows over time, you're giving yourself more opportunity to make more sales because you have that balance of quality versus quantity. And if you want to know more about that concept of quality versus quantity, then you can check out this video right here in which I give my own personal take on that topic.